imposting. I felt a strong sense of chemistry with one of the patients. Do I explain? Guys,
What? It's nail on the hammer.
To this situation. Okay, I think this one is a serious one. Can we sit up for this? So he says there's a certain chief that preys on younger girls that are going through academic struggles.
What?
He promises to help them in exchange for sexual favors.
hi guys, welcome back to Voices N Vibes. I'm MJ.
And I'm Anne. Today is going to be a really fun episode because we're diving into the funniest and most relatable dilemmas faced by medical students.
So we sent out an anonymous link and let's just say that you guys didn't hold back. You told us a lot of crazy things and some people were even confessing. We'll get back to that later.
So, to deal with these dilemmas and to tackle these issues, we have two amazing guests here with us, Ife Bada and King K. Can you guys give us a brief introduction about yourselves, Ife?
Hi, my name is Ife Bada and I'm a 400 level IFUMSAites. I am a writer, a creative writer and a professional writer, and also a big advocate of having fun. So yeah, that's basically all about me. King K.
Right, my name is Alani Kayode, but most people address me as or know me as King K. Now what do I do? The list long, I'll just list a few for the video today. So I'm a master of ceremony, I host weddings, dinners, whatever event it is. I'm a brand influencer, I connect brands to their audiences, I'm a fitness instructor, I'm also a content creator, so you can check me out to see some of my content. That's a few. I'm hoping by the time you continue this video, you get to know more about me.
Guys, he brought his whole entire portfolio to this place. Anyway, I'm going to ask us about our week. But I'd like to talk about mine first because mine is like really boring. So let's just get it over with. So I literally had nothing, like there was no light. So I wasn't really productive as I should. And I was working and nothing much here. My food spot, everything was bad this week. Ife, how was it?
My week was actually semi-event. One particular day was event because of my birthday. And I had a lot of fun. My friend came over, we watched the movie, we played games. So it was really fun. And it was cake. So it was nice. Yeah, the rest of my week was basically not really into events. So I just slept and come and stuff.
Alright, over to me. My week was as it always has been. Work, had a couple of calls, a couple of meetings, a couple of events to host. I just did one event last night. So that's basically all about it. I tried to have as much fun as I could. I watched film a couple of times. I cooked, yes. So if you're a lady and you're looking for a man that can cook, call me after this event. Thank you. So the most critical thing about my week, I would say, is probably like discovering the beauty of anime. Yes, I just saw a very wonderful anime series. If you've not seen, that's Eminence of the Shadow. I know it's old, but I just discovered it and it's like the highlight of my week so far. So yeah, that's what about my week.
MG, how was your week?
Before I proceed, ladies, kindly ignore K. Stay away from him. My week was pretty uneventful, except the first birthday, of course. I was there, and of course, she decided to give all the cake to Efe. She only gave me a very little piece. Well, what's the name of your plug again?
Rashida.
Rashida. I think I'm going to get my cake from now. It's very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can go
Dilemmas.
straight into the dilemmas.
Yeah. So the first dilemma we have here. Like I said, you guys say a lot of weird things. The first one we have here is okay. It said in posting, I felt a strong sense of chemistry with one of the patients. Do I exploit? Guys,
What? With one of the patients.
yeah,
Are you
one of the
playing?
patients.
What type of
Yeah,
playing?
Yeah,
please.
Alright. Bro.
What if it's a girl?
Don't discriminate.
Sis.
You just you just assume that it's a guy that he's talking about.
I just assume it's a guy, and that's the societal construct that
Yeah.
mostly guys
Yeah,
are
that hit on, yeah.
So it's not my fault to have.
Okay, assuming it's a guy.
Assuming it's a guy. Code of ethics. We all know that there's the patient-doctor confidentiality, and one of the code of ethics is that as a doctor, a medical practitioner to a patient, you are not supposed to be in a romantic relationship with that person. So you mentioned that the person was imposing. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
No, I think the way it sounds, it feels like while the medical student was imposting,
yeah.
she felt a strong sense of chemistry with one of the patients.
Yeah. Him na me oh. So far, it's not me that is treating the patient.
Yeah.
You can go and talk to the patient, see what can happen.
Can I
from
say
there.
something?
Yeah, you can.
Like, the patient is not going to be a patient forever. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to get to a point where the patient is going to stop being a patient, right? So you
Very
can
sharp.
then shoot your shot, whatever.
You know,
But then,
it'll be
for,
very,
in the meantime, you
it'll
can
be very
become
romantic
friends.
if you meet someone
You can
today,
become
like,
friends, and then from there, friends to lovers.
Yeah.
It feels like
No, you can just be lovers though. Like you don't have to progress from friends to lovers. Like, okay, you know what we have. Let's explore it.
No, but then there could be barrier of like
know what
you're
you
a patient. I'm in a higher position than you. Like so there'll be the power imbalance. Like I'm a medical student.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Like she might feel.
What if it's a he? He or she might feel.
Yeah, he or she
Yeah.
might feel like they don't want to explore that. So maybe when the patient, gets discharged, you
Mhm.
can then meet up, have a date, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
ladies don't.
This is big.
This is 2025.
Yes.
Yes, this is
You have
your
to
sign. If you're
control
looking for a sign to go and hit on someone, this is your sign. Hit on a man today.
So I think the next dilemma here is I've been in a long distance relationship with someone since secondary school,
Oh,
but I'm getting attracted to someone else in the university.
Wow.
What do I do? That's not all. I still like my girlfriend though.
Oh
So he's a guy.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
guy.
he's a
Yes,
guy.
he's a guy. He has been in a
absence. Exactly. Like
You know,
absence.
we have a friend that's making it work, and she's making it work perfectly.
So,
The friend knows the person I'm talking about.
like, nobody's coming to mind.
I even know the person.
You know the person. She's always talking about this guy.
Oh,
On her
yeah,
status.
yeah.
She calls herself a group.
But you guys hate on long distance relationships.
No, I'm trying to say. No, I feel like. Do you know what I think? I think the person should speak to their girlfriend or whatever. Like we should go on a break for a while. Because if you are in a relationship and you are already starting to feel.
Break.
No, you're already starting to feel.
That's the end.
You're starting to feel like drawn to another person. That's a sign that something is not working in your relationship. Because you're only supposed to be focusing on one person when you're in a relationship. When you're starting to feel this attraction and everything towards another person, and then you feel like you want there to be something between another person, then it's a sign that you need to work on your relationship. Maybe you tell the person, drop whatever you're doing, come and meet me, let's go on a date, let's see each other. So at least I'll get my brain in the right space. You get
Drop whatever you're doing.
Yeah, drop whatever you're doing.
From personal experience, to all my viewers out there that are in a long distance relationship, you are deceiving yourself. I'm sorry, you are deceiving yourself. If it's like short, long distance, for example, people are in the same space together, and then maybe the partner travels for like a month or two, that's okay, you can still manage through that. But if it's a long distance, like maybe it goes overseas, they are not seeing each other for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you know what? You are in a relationship.
Yeah.
My brother and my
Good
sister.
point.
End it.
Me, I still believe in the power. Love conquers all.
It's a lie.
Love conquers
It's a
distance.
lie.
If
Conquers
you're
everything.
not going to marry this person, there's no use.
Even if you are married this person, so far it's long distance, it's a lie. Me, based on personal
No,
experience, that's my
I
personal
think
experience.
if you can walk around it, if it's possible for the person to come see you every month, I think it's like if there's too much of a gap between when you're seeing the person and you guys are not communicating.
Then it's no more long
frequently, you're not
distance in
doing all that.
quotes because you can still see the person maybe once or twice a week or once or twice in a month. Long distance you're talking about is years. You're not seeing each other for a very extended period of
I
time.
think there's probably a way you can make that work because there's technology nowadays. It's not like writing letters
lie,
and stuff.
you lie.
You can do video call. You can do video call every
Wait,
day.
what's to happen on the video call? We see each other. All right.
I know what you want. I know what you want. I know what you want.
I think that in this situation here, the reason why you're getting attracted to someone else is because of the gap that your long distance relationship is like creating.
Yeah.
So I think that it's either you need to try to like bring more physicality into the relationship, or you just take a break and focus on someone that is remote. You understand?
Yeah.
You don't have to go too far.
And please, before you do anything, make sure you and your partner on the same page.
Yes.
Because
We don't advocate for cheating here.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay. We're going to the next dilemma, right? And this person said, anytime I read, I get to the exam, I always forget. Okay, anytime I read and I get to the exam, I always forget. What do I do?
So
Bro,
I think
Wait,
it's your special.
as an advocate, First, I'm going to agree with the medical student.
Yes.
First thing
Yeah,
first,
it's
do not underrate yourself, please. Please. Because coming from secondary school, I used to be the best in my class at first, throughout SS1, SS2, SS3, collected most of the prizes, best in academics. I entered med school and it's strong school. So now what I will tell you is that number one, don't underrate yourself. If you feel like it's while you've been right from time, maybe from the secondary school, you've always tried to read and it's not sticking, then you might just need to change your system of reading. For example, me personally, I feel like overnight doesn't work for me, except the capsule wants to die on the hill. Maybe again the next week I never jack anything. I will do overnight. But on a normal level, overnight never works for me. So if you're someone that needs to spam overnight every time because of friends are doing overnight, you might need to rethink the way. If you're someone that reads at a stretch, you can read for 6 hours at a stretch, you might need to take breaks. Just reevaluate, go back and think about what works best for you. It's not what works for A that works for B. Just find what works for you.
And also to add to that, I was going to say it's very important for you to be real with yourself. Understand, like, don't deceive, like what you said, don't deceive yourself that you are doing this, you are reading, you're writing a lot of notes, and then you feel like you are so accomplished that you understand, like, reading is not just about I saw the textbook and I wrote down my notes. Is it in your head? Actually ask yourself that question. Can I recall it? Try to test yourself. Okay, if I ask myself this question, if I see this question in the exam, cover your book, cover everything. Can I actually recall it? Simulate an exam hall. Go to maybe an empty lecture theater and pretend, set questions for yourself, and then answer those questions. Can you answer those questions? If you can answer those questions, there is very high probability that when you get to the exam hall, you actually be able to answer questions. But if you're just reading, jotting, and then it's most likely not entering your head. It's just entering the book that you're jotting.
Yeah, and to add to that, a fundamental principle on reading is no matter how difficult or how much it is, repetition is key.
Yeah.
The more you read it, the more you understand.
Yeah.
It's also sad that in med school you work with so much that
And
will not
time.
accommodate you. The time is short for you. But just have it in mind that the more you keep reading it, the more it keeps sticking. So if you read today, you don't stick. Read tomorrow, read next day. Just like your life, you only book.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think the major conclusion is that if you need to understand yourself, if you know that you keep forgetting things, then you need to put in more time to like reading and actually trying to like revise and like do space repetitions, do Anki, ask questions, group discussion, anything that will make you to like recall these things. Yeah.
But
And
you
then
know,
you'll be
you know
fine.
we have people that blackouts, like once they
And then pray, spiritual
Pray.
fasting.
Yeah, exactly.
If whatever works for you, whatever Muslim, Christian, whatever, just pray. Because sometimes anyway. Yeah. So there is another question which I think is similar to what we just discussed. It says, I feel like med school is not rewarding of all the stress I put in. I have friends that barely put in any effort, like Kincaid here, my friend. And I don't even do anything else except medicine. But I keep getting mid scores. What do I do?
If you have to say about that,
Yeah, I do. First of all, don't compare yourself to anyone.
real.
Like, you are a separate person, there's separate one. What is most likely happening is that you are not using active like studying techniques. I'm not saying that you're not reading, no. Nobody's saying you're not reading. But you have to find a way to study that makes you assimilate a lot of information and be able to not just assimilate but also reproduce that information when you're in exam, like what we just discussed. So, but the most important thing for your mental health in this medicine, you cannot compare. If you compare yourself, you just give yourself hypertension. Like, you will just die. You just have to realize that this person has a separate path, they have a separate path. Whatever they are doing, I works for them, happy for them, you know, but just do your own thing.
can we stop talking about studying for you know, I feel like if you see that you are putting in your best, or let's say you are doing well, like you're getting 60s, you're getting 70s, that's not so bad. If you feel like you've tried your most and you're not getting the scores you expect, 80s and 90s, I just expect you to do something besides medicine so that you won't graduate and only get.
So you're saying they should give up?
No, don't give up. Don't give up. Continue getting your average scores. But do other things with medicine. You know, there are people that have graduated, like when they are graduating, only get distinctions. Some people don't even see up to 3. They just go like that. But at least when you are living, you should have something else with it. Is there a business you were building all through that time? Were you making money all through that time? Or did you network? Did you involve yourselves in politics, in capacity, all those things? So I think you should see the bigger picture. You should look at the bigger picture. Not everybody is a distinction student.
Okay.
All right. To add everything together and shoot it together to make a single point. All that we said. First of all, she's lying. I read. Don't let anyone see you that I don't want I read. And to put that in perspective, I 100% do not agree with what you said. At the same time, in this economy, this community we find ourselves, it's important that you do actually learn a skill. So people are, what I would say is that just sit back and reevaluate, know the kind of person you are, know what you want for yourself. So people are purely academic. So people like their life pattern is purely academic. Some things like learning a skill or building a business is like news to them. That's not how they are crafted. That's not how their brain works. Some is to release reports, release writings, release journals, join this academic club, join the academic club. Their life is purely academic, and if that's the kind of person you are, stick with it. If you're someone like me that would don't like book like that, but because it was a bit too small, they say go with the book. You can now decide to do whatever you want to do. If you're into business, you're a talent, you're a content creator, put your content there while still studying the medicine. Now, what people we ask is I did pass. Read when you have exam, work when you don't have exam. That's what works for me. I don't know what works for you. For example, now if I have exam next week, you will not see me outside be kidding. I will lock myself in HSLT, read my book. But if I finish my exam and I have like next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks free, I still read small, but I use more of that time to like release content out, host events, and do a lot more than I usually do. So just find out what works for you. If you're an academic person, don't stress. Focus on your book. Just find ways to excel in the academic. You can release reports, release journals, release write-ups and everything. And if your own is business and medicine, find the balance and combine it the best way you can.
I think you should also not, you should look for, search within you and find what gives you fulfillment. If you are someone that you know that you just want to focus on medicine, don't then now be looking at, oh, everybody is doing something else. You know that you yourself is medicine you want to focus on. So just focus on that. And if you search within yourself and you know that you want to do something else as well. So just look for what at the end of the day when you graduate so that you won't look back with regret.
Yeah.
So look for what will give you.
Very important.
Yes, so I think that we should just know that comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
You're not going to be happy. Even if you are scoring high scores and you're comparing yourself to another person, you're still not going to be happy. So I think the root thing is like don't compare yourself and just know yourself.
Know yourself.
You guys are dropping serious bombs and I'll not nodding you out. Okay.
Then I've been friends with this girl for about 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really attracted to her. I've tried to give her hints many times, but she seems to downplay it. I think she likes being friends with me, but I really like her. What do I do?
If I start off the top, my first point is how well do you want to keep the friendship or keep the relationship? For someone like me now, if I feel that the romantic relationship will outweigh the friendship, I'll go for it. Just have it in mind that once you profess, like you know you're giving it now, you do again, you should reject her. But now I'm just saying go straight to the point, hit the nail on the hammer, hit the hammer on the nail. That hit something on each other again, you get what I'm saying? So now it's very possible and likely that you lose that friendship if it doesn't work out.
There's a 70% chance that she's going to say no.
You already did the statistics.
Yeah,
I
I think it depends on the strength of your friendship. I know someone that asked a friend out and then it didn't work out. Friend was not interested. And then it took a while, but eventually they were able to.
Oh,
it's not everybody that works out that way.
Yes.
Yes.
Me, I'm proud.
Yes.
If I ask you out and you say no, that's the end of our friendship.
That's the most sensible thing to do. Have some self-respect, for God's sake.
So me, what I feel like should happen is, okay, the person is already giving signs that she's going to say no.
Yeah.
If you feel like you still want the friendship and you're not breaking your heart by staying in that friendship, because I know some people that will like the girl, but because they want to hurt her feelings, they will keep. But it's hurting your own feelings and your own self-respect. So far, it's not affecting your self-respect. It's not affecting your own emotions. You're not feeling less of a person because you cannot act this person out. You can go on with the friendship.
Me, I'm big on not having regrets in life. So I think if you sit down and you think, will I regret not saying anything because there might have been something, then you should go for it. Life is too short for you to have regrets.
So you can get a yes, fine, works out. If you get a no, you know that okay, at least you know now that okay, it's not going to work, and then you can move on.
And I believe that if you are serious with that friendship and you're not too proud, like our guy K,
I'm proud like mad.
You can still make something work.
I agree.
It may not be as close as
Like that scenario that you gave, whereby the girl said no, and then later on they made.
Yeah, later
If you had turned back at the after the first no, nothing will happen again. I don't think you should cut somebody
I don't
off
mean cut off
completely.
like.
You guys have 5 years of friendship.
Not is now like
Yeah.
you know I like you, that kind of thing. So if I keep
No,
seeing
I
you,
think you should
that's
definitely take some
Yes,
space.
yes.
You should take some time to like
hey,
leave
space
the person.
time.
Like for like a year or two, you should not really talk to the person because you need to get over them. But once you've gotten over them, I don't like you like that anymore.
I feel like we don't even know the whole story because for 5 years, that means that she was possibly leading him on for 5 years.
How? Where did that one
It is
go?
possible. Wait, it is
Why
possible.
can't they-
It is possible. No, it's possible that the guy approached. It wasn't that the guy approached her initially with intentions. Then she was just like, let's be friends, you know. She was just keeping him around, and now they've been together for like 5 years.
I feel like you're reaching, Sha.
I feel like
It's
not that.
It's not that.
You're adding too much short.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this one is a serious one. You can sit up for this. So it says there's a certain chief that preys on younger girls that are going through academic struggles.
What?
He promises to help them in exchange for sexual favors.
Like I said, if you report the person to like
Yeah.
homestyle or something, like that's pretty trivial.
But that's nasty.
That's very nasty.
I'm still trying to process this thing in my head. You know, it takes a while.
Like let me give you a scenario. Oh, Chief, how are you? How is your head and upper and lower incomes, or which other incomes? BCH, how is it going? And I say, it's a lot too. I don't know. I'm going to cope, and I'll be like, okay, I can put you through some things.
Yeah.
And then when he starts putting them through, he now starts saying, oh, what do I get? So what do I get?
Like,
No, but doesn't invite them over. Doesn't invite them over to his
This
place.
one is, I don't know.
No, you can't assault someone like that.
No, I don't think it's an assault. I said he promises to help in exchange
For
for
sexual
sexual
favors.
favors.
in exchange, like he puts it out in the contract that okay, if I want to help you, we'll do this.
And maybe be like, okay, so what? Anything
Because
from
now
me?
it's so far, in my own opinion now, so far the person you're talking to is not a minor. Please, it's not a minor. Like the way you said the chief and the younger student, so it's why the person is not a minor. And if you're helping the person out and the person puts it on the table, like not necessarily put it on the table, you know you can beat how do I explain this? We are humans. In human interaction, if you're in the same space with somebody, this person is teaching, is recommending to you, attractions can enter.
Okay.
And that can result from it. But now I'm not saying that is that what the scenario, or he says that okay, for me to teach you
I think
anatomy
that's-
course, you guys.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
what
it.
okay,
Yeah,
now that's
yeah.
totally wrong. I feel like that's totally wrong.
I said it does. The chief does it to other girls that have come out about it.
Yeah,
So that's where it gets tricky. So that means there's a pattern here. Like it's not
He's abusing his
Yeah,
privilege of being a chief.
of being a
Yeah,
senior
being a
colleague.
senior and someone that is more
Why
experienced.
don't you just go and meet your classmates?
No, I think
Like the person, I think the person probably offered. Like
Yeah.
the person saw that, oh, you're going through academic problems, let me help you. And then in exchange for that help, I'm
no.
going
But even if you see a chief that says, "Oh, I can put you through this,"
Yeah, exactly.
you won't refuse.
exactly.
And when it now gets to the thick of it, and then the chief starts saying, "Oh, you have to do this. We have to do this." Then that's that. But then it's weird. It's a weird thing to go through, and it's a wrong thing to do. If you are doing it, please stop.
Yes,
For the love of God.
please stop doing that.
And then if you are going through, please report. Like we have a IFUMSAites
Yeah,
team.
report. That was my first.
Very, we have good committees in charge of this thing. So report. Thank you. So
This person said, there's this subtle tension I feel between me and my friend when I do better than her in exams. I feel guilty and it feels like I'm withholding a secret ingredient to academic success when I honestly am not. I don't know if anyone else feels this way.
You know that's funny because somebody just told me during the white coat ceremony that they feel survivor's guilt. That's the word the person said. The person used said because there are some other people that were in the same class before and then they repeated and they were also present and then they felt that they feel survivor's guilt that is here at the passport students when they are in lower class. And I was like, that's just the way things are.
That's like
Yeah.
That's the way
not even
it
you
makes
met me.
yeah,
in life,
generally, yeah. Like it's just always bound to
You can't feel bad for
You
your
can't.
friends.
No, I think it's okay to feel bad for them, but you can't let that affect your
own happiness.
Yeah, your own happiness, because at the end of the day, it's always going to happen.
It's a
But
natural process.
you can try to help. If it's a friend, you can try to reach out to the friend, try to try to figure out what's going on with them. If
Yeah.
they're all right and everything. That's always fine, but don't start feeling too bad about it because at the end of the day, it's not your fault, and you can't just change that.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing happens a lot with me because a lot of times that my group partners that we read together, you'll be reading. Me, I'm outside hosting events. They'll be like, "Okay, so Nika when you don't worry, I'm going on. Then go release results finish. I will not score higher grades than those people that have been reading for days. So I can relate to what the question is saying. And what I would say helps me was me and my guy, they are cool. We just cruise over it. And this is because we are close. So you might not be close to the person you feel like is giving you this feeling of sadness towards, but it's just part of life and you have to deal with it.
You can, sorry, I think you can actually be honest. If the friendship is genuine, you can actually be honest. And if you are feeling that bad because your friend is doing better than you, or vice versa, anyhow, I feel like you can just talk things through. Like, okay, oh, I'm not hiding anything. I'm playing with you. I'm straight with you. We cannot read together and have the same score. It's not possible.
Yeah.
So it's just part of how things are, and then you should take it like that.
And it's not easy to be honest with them because it's kind of might make you feel bad.
Might make you feel like you're proud.
Yeah. Yes. But if you have study strategies that can help your friend.
Yes.
Yeah. Like Anki. Anki is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
It's a big lifesaver that you might not know if someone doesn't tell you. about it. Yeah.
Or videos,
Yeah.
or yeah. So I have one last one. Says, I really like my man, but he gives me the ick sometimes. What do we say about this?
Communication! Trust me, communication is everything. If you have a man that is really communicating, go and meet the man. Tell the man, so and so is going through. He's a reasonable person. You guys will communicate it out. And you guys will find a bottom line.
Also, you have to identify what exactly it is about him giving you. Because if you walk up to someone and tell him like, sometimes you give me the ick, he's going to take that as an insult. Like,
Then the man is not serious.
No, but he is, because you're not being specific. He's going to think, oh, it's everything about me that gives you the ick. But if you're being specific and saying, oh, you don't use deodorant to give me the ick, that kind of thing. Then he won't feel more motivated to actually.
I'm sorry, I think my own definition of ick is different, because I feel like icks, I don't know, icks are like things that are not red flags. They are not red flags. So if you don't use deodorant, if you smell, that's a red flag. Is that a red flag?
Some people
Or if you don't use deodorant and then you are possibly likely to smell. Like, I mean, but I feel like icks are excuses that we make for not liking people. Like, you're trying to say that, oh, I don't like this boy because he wears this kind of. There are no genuine reasons, or like is the way he talks give me the ick. I feel like there are no genuine reasons. And if you like someone, then you shouldn't necessarily. I mean, you can get the ick, but like it shouldn't be something that will be totally out of like, oh, I actually get the ick.
Yeah, let me say something about that. The phrase you use, that ick, is something you say about somebody that you don't like particularly. I feel it's not 100% true to some degree, because I feel like we are all brought up differently, brought up in different environment, brought up in different aspects. So, for example, now somebody can be brought up leaving the toilet seat open. Another person might be brought up leaving the toilet seat closed. Yeah. The fact that there's a rift there does not mean that it's a red flag, number one. And number two, it does not mean that you don't like this person.
Yeah.
It's just because I was brought up leaving the toilet closed. He was brought up leaving the toilet open. So it's not necessarily that I don't like the person because of this thing. It's because this was how I was taught. This was how I'm used to. And anytime I say that I don't do it this way, it gets to me. Yeah. Not because I don't like you, but because that's how my body is.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I won't say that is something you say about something you don't like.
So thank you guys for watching. Well, before we wrap things up, I'd like everyone here, I'll go around, to say just a quote for our viewers this week to live by. MJ, can you say something?
Don't give up. My G, don't give up.
Okay. Kinky.
If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. Alright, let me just drop a very simple quote. Life is simple, life is short. Just do what makes you happy. Just do it. Do what makes you happy.
That's similar to what I was going to say. Like I've been saying throughout this show, don't live life with no regrets. Make sure you don't have regrets. Whatever you're doing, no regrets.
Okay, mine is you lose 100% of the shots you don't take. So take that shot. Shoot
Yeah,
that shot. Post that thing. Post yourself. Cook that meal. Do anything you want to do. So I would like us to subscribe. Let's not forget to subscribe, comment, share with our friends, and you can find our podcast Voices N Vibes on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you had an amazing time.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you guys for watching. Bye.